Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. Well, we're not going to be on too long, but we're going to be on long enough because I need to have you guys answer a question for me. You know what the topic is. And on Twitter, there was a post made by a website, Mixtapes, and they asked the question essentially, was it cool for a married woman to sit on the lap of a gay man from the LGBT community? Uh, it's not just any gay guy. He's Carlos King. He's a very known um, television producer as well as a content creator on YouTube. But when the people saw the picture of entrepreneur Keyshia Ka'oir, who is also the wife of Gucci Man, people were up in arms, saying, "What the heck is going on here?" And I'm going to play the video that sparked this whole conversation. And I'm not. Listen, I just want the ladies and the fellas to chime in and give me your take about this whole situation. Do you think that people are blowing this out of proportion? Do you think that there are boundaries that should not be crossed? You know, in actuality, uh, Keisha is a woman and Carlos is a man. Where do we draw the line for how women who are married, or maybe not married, but maybe have a boyfriend, and what is acceptable practice? What is acceptable practice? That's all I want to ask tonight. What is the acceptable practice in a situation like this? Someone has sent me a text, said, Dennis, that's just life. No, I don't want to just say it's just life. I want to find out, are husbands okay with this behavior? Are husbands, not just Keisha's husband, but maybe your husband, is he okay with this behavior? Would he be cool walking into a room, in his living room, his office, and seeing you in that position? And I'm going to play the video. And I want you guys to really think about this and don't think that, oh, I'm just picking on this. I'm not picking on anyone. I just had the question and I want to get the question answered. And then I'll tell you how I feel about the situation. I'll tell you after we have this discussion, and you guys can jump up online. I'm gonna drop the link, and I want you guys to participate in the conversation. Just be honest about it. Don't be scared to touch this topic, because I think it's a topic that that hasn't really been. It's probably been touched, but this right here, it kind of when I saw and actually, I'm gonna show you something. When I had responded to the post, and here's my response. If you can see, it says, "Oh." I said, that's Carlos King. He plays for the other team. And that post, that comment already received 146,000 views. And there were a lot of comments under that. And the people are saying, I don't care if he was a Dolphin, they would still have an issue. And I think the consent, well, before we tell you what the consensus was from that post, which already garnered 5.5 million views since yesterday when it was posted. So that means that a lot of people are interested in that post per se. We're gonna play the video. I do have the video here, and I'm gonna bring it up. And this is a video that Carlos posted on his Instagram page. And we're going to play it.
This is my baby. She gives me the best advice ever. This is my baby doll. She's a queen. She's rich and she's fly. And she's super humble. And the bitch is smart. She's very smart and she gives business. And y'all can learn a thing or two from her. Thank you, This is my baby. She gives me the best advice ever. This is my baby doll. She's a queen. She's rich and she's fly. And she's super humble. And the bitch is smart. She's very smart and she gets business. And y'all can learn a thing or two from her.
Okay, so I agree. She's very smart. I actually interviewed her years ago. She's let me take that down. Come on. Let me bring hey. She's very smart. And Carlos is also very smart. But my only question, without we name talking about the context of what they're talking about, we're talking about the setting. How many of you are okay with that setting? Are you guys think that some people are just overreacting? Because they've said a lot. There are a lot of I can bring up some of the comments, but because some of the comments were a little vulgar, I don't think I want to bring it up. But what do you guys think? Do you think that people are overreacting? Would you mind your wife, fellas? Would you mind your wife sitting on the lap of another man and being embraced in that manner? Is that acceptable behavior? Acceptable behavior? Let's see what you'll say. Okay. Right. So okay, MNPD said, well, I guess you mean gay men have feelings for women also. Okay. It's disrespectful. Rich says disrespectful, even if the man is gay, the woman's husband should care. Okay. See, someone said, no, my husband would divorce me. Okay. Okay. Let's see. No, okay. All right. Okay. I'm looking at most so far. This is the consensus so far is that it's not okay. It's not okay, even if the guy is gay. So, and I see a lot of this. I don't see him going to, I've seen some things. And I would just say that when has this become an acceptable practice? Just curious. When has this become an acceptable practice? I'm just curious. You know, I don't, I personally would be very uncomfortable. I wouldn't be very comfortable. I would probably have a major issue with it. In the manner in which I mean the way she's sitting on his lap and his hand is in areas that only your husband's hand should be in. I don't know. I'm not too comfortable with that. And I wonder how Gucci felt because obviously she's married to Gucci Man, and I don't know how he feels about it. You know, so far everyone's saying they don't agree with this. They don't agree with this. Who's willing to come up here and tell me why you don't agree with this? Just come up and talk to me and tell me why you don't agree with this. Because people have reasons why they don't agree with this. Why is it okay for and we know that there are a lot of gay men that women feel very comfortable with. We know this. We know this from they feel comfortable with gay men in their presence. But what happens if that same man decides, hey, I don't want to be gay anymore? And you're on a girls' trip. He just decides you don't want to be gay anymore. Then what? Then what happens? Do you kick him out the room? I mean, listen, anything's possible. There have been, and not to say this is not Carlos. I'm talking about there have been individuals who have pretended to be gay, and there's someone with just acceptable, and what happens if that person decides, hey, I don't want to be gay anymore, and you're on a girls' trip. So that part, that part is in the description, that part. But so basically, what we're talking about, is it okay if a gay man, uh, is it okay for a woman to be sitting, a married woman, to be sitting on the lap of a gay man or a woman, period? Is that okay? But in this case, Keyshia Ka'oir is married to Gucci Mane. And, I played the video. You can go run it back. But is it something that is a thing? Is it something that is a thing? Because apparently a lot of people were surprised when they saw it. When they saw it, the person who posted, I think that I want to say it's a guy who owns the site, but it already garnered about 5 million views. And I don't think Carlos even responded, and I don't think Keyshia Ka'oir responded yet. But when you have that many people that have viewed it, I think at some point they will have to come out and respond. So that was the question. You guys can leave a comment in the comment section. I want to see what the response is to this video. And I'm going to play it one more time because some of you didn't see it. I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to bring it up here. I'll play it one more time.
This is my baby. She gives me the best advice ever. This is my baby doll. She's a queen. She's rich and she's fly and she's super humble. And the bitch is smart. She's very smart and she gives business. And y'all can learn a thing or two from her. Thank you.
So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Are you okay with it? Are you okay with a married woman sitting on the lap of a gay guy? Is it divorce worthy for me? No, not the first time. No, not the first time. Is it divorce worthy for me? No, because you got to have a conversation. You got to talk to and hopefully those two had, Gucci Mane and his wife had a conversation, and and they have an understanding. Because I don't think she would just go out and just do that and not think about what the impact would be once the video came out to the public. So, okay, because it's Carlos King, it's fine. That part says Carlos. So that's that part. I said it's Carlos King, so I guess it's fine. So, but a lot of people on Twitter was disagreeing with me. But as long as it's not my wife. Well, I'm not married, but as long as it's not my wife, hey. But I think that if it's a thing, is it socially accepted? That's the question. If we take a poll, that poll may come out different, a lot different. But that part said if it's Carlos King is okay, and I'm like, hey, hey, if she's okay with it, Gucci's okay with then hey, that's on them. But I still want to know if this is a thing. Do people that are married, do they consider the possible backlash that they can get publicly when something like this happen, or the backlash? Forget publicly. Like I said, somebody, if you have a wife and you come in your house and her best gay friend is sitting in the living room and she's on his lap talking, I would say there may be a problem. It might be a problem. It definitely might be a problem. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, right? Someone, yeah, he's still a man. That's what everyone say. He's still a man. He's still carrying what he's carrying. You know. So, my guy posted a comment on Twitter, and he said, now he brought Cardi in this. I'm like, why you bringing Cardi in this? He said, I'm going to tell Cardi I'm gay, and I'm like, wait a minute. Um, I think she knows. She can tell you're not gay, sir. Oh my goodness, I just thought it was funny. You said, you think it has to be more to it? Yeah, no, I think that part. I think that um, I'm gonna be honest. I think because they got such a cool relationship. And Carlos show when he does his shows, all his guests are women. I don't know if I ever seen a man sitting across him when he does the show. So he's very afraid to, the opposite sex. Um, so I don't think it's an issue, at least for them. And I'm sure Gucci probably talked to her about it, and I don't know. I just sitting on someone else's junk is like that's not. That's just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Some people may be okay with it, but I think once you're married, I don't know if any man should be any man should be touching someone's wife at all. Definitely not with me. I'm definitely not cool with that. I'm really not cool with when how chicks be touchy feely with other chicks. I'm like I'm not even cool with that. I mean, that's not no, nah. But you go to clubs, you see people in the VIP section, and you're they're doing things. They're doing things. It's just I don't know. I said Kia Elder. I said Gucci probably took the picture because they're on a yacht first and foremost. They're on a yacht, and I doubt that. I don't know. I wouldn't say I doubt, but I don't know what the circumstances of them being on that yacht. Because when I was in Miami last year, a bunch of us was. And I'm gonna post the picture. A bunch of us was on the yacht. Um, there were straight men on there. There were, I think it was one the stylist. I know is he a stylist? He's a stylist. He was a gay stylist. He was on the yacht, and then Vivica Fox was on the yacht. Some of the actors from the movie there were on the yacht because we just had. It was like a rap party after we finished our production, and yeah, but the husbands weren't there. But it all depends. Right. D said old school versus new school. Yeah, yeah, that old school versus new school. Um, what? No, I can't. Carlos did not look uncomfortable. Stop it. Carlos did not look uncomfortable. He didn't look no, he didn't look uncomfortable. I don't know who thought he looked uncomfortable. I didn't think he looked uncomfortable. I think he had it. He was enjoying himself. And then like alcohol mixed. I'm sorry, alcohol mixed uh with I'm sure everybody was drinking. Am I listen? Am I reading too much into this? I don't know. I don't know. It's just they were all having a good time. They were all having a good time. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, uh we have to go catch up on this meeting with Congress and Trump. He's having a meeting with Congress. It's not a State of the Union, but it's like an impromptu meeting with Congress. And I want to see what he has to say to them about the moves he has made in the last. We want to say now, uh, uh, less than 40 days. I think it's about 40 days now. but still want to. Well, actually, yeah, still want to see what he has to say to Congress regarding some of these executive orders. And then we are in a trade war now with Canada, Mexico, and China. And what impact will this trade war have on American people? Because 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada will ultimately have an impact on Americans. So I want to go listen and see what the president has to say to justify these moves and maneuvers. But we'll see. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you coming in. So it's I'm passing. Okay, so I see what some of the people are saying right now, but we're going to go catch the live. I don't know if it's still on, but we're going to do a playback on it, and we'll see. We'll see if this will have any impact on his decision making moving forward. I doubt it, but we'll see. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you coming in. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the subject matter that we're talking about, because I want to see whether or not you guys agree. Don't be afraid to leave your comments. Don't be scared. Just let us know what you think. And Carlos, again, we're just asking the question: how did you feel in that situation? Explain if that's is that something that you think is acceptable? Did you cross the line? Just want to know. Did you cross the line, sir? Did you cross the line? I'm sure people are going to call me on the phone. I actually talked to one of my celebrity friends today and asked her the question, what did she think? And she hadn't answered. So we'll see. We'll see. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next live.